In this video, Nagel Farag gives a detailed reaction to Chancellor Rachel Reeves's controversial tax plans and the growing pressure surrounding her economic decisions. He explains that the Institute for Government has urged Reeves to widen the tax base by including middle-income households, rather than relying solely on them on wealthy individuals to fill the gap. Farag highlights that Treasury forecasts are expected to worsen significantly, potentially adding another £20 billion to the already challenging fiscal shortfall. He also notes that an additional £10 billion may be needed to cover welfare reform costs and higher interest payments. According to Farag, this combination of factors could leave Labour with no choice but to break its earlier promises on income tax, VAT, and national insurance. Before you dive into the video, don't forget to support our new channel. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
The budget is not happening now until the 26th of November. That is very, very much later than we'd expected. And clearly, a government that claimed they'd been left a £22 billion black hole by the Conservatives, a claim that we heard over and over and over in the first 6 to 9 months of this government, now has its own massive problems. They're a centre-left economic think tank, and boy, they are powerful. The OBR, he worked there. Dan Tomlinson, the Exchequer Secretary to the Treasury, he worked there. And Torsten Bell, who was the former think tank's chief executive, who is now Minister of the Department for Work and Pensions. So this organisation is very, very powerful in terms of shaping the way that the Labour Party thinks and acts.
Farag points out experts think taxing average earners is safer economically, warning wealthy citizens could leave the UK and reduce revenue.
A £6 billion tax rate on the 26th of November on pensioners, landlords, and the self-employed. Well, it strikes me that we do have a darkening economic situation. Inflation is a lot more persistent. The government's ability to borrow, issuing gilts, becoming more and more expensive with almost every week that goes by. But here's my problem with it. You know, I looked through it, and it said from 2027 to inheritance tax. And I thought, why the hell did I bother all through the 90s and the early noughties to put money aside every year? Didn't buy new cars, didn't go to Barbados. I put the money aside.
He says Reeves might raise income tax soon despite Labour's previous pledge to keep workers' pay slips untouched.
But if I drop down dead, it's money for the family. In this budget, it is a direct attack on saving. And people think, the hell with it, we'll spend it all down the pub or elsewhere, and when we get old, the state will simply look after us.
Farag ends by saying Reeves' next steps will be crucial, as tax decisions will affect ordinary families and Labour's credibility before the government's upcoming budget statement. Don't leave without liking, sharing the video, and telling us what you think below. Join in.